Alright, so this is how the presentation looks like. This is the first page, and this is digital literacy for teachers, and it's powered by Blue Delphia. So the second page looks like this: introduction. Now we talk about digital literacy, why it's important for teachers, and there are points there you can just make mention of, which is the ability to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using information technology and the internet. Also, the ability to use technology, communication tools, or network to locate, evaluate, and use and create information. This is just about them having this knowledge of of internet, of computer, like helping them understand that it's very important for them to use ICT to complete their tasks, even in their normal daily life. So that is the introduction. You can just say something about it. Then moving on to the next one, um, quick analysis on teachers and ICT knowledge. This page is like we did a quick survey from different teachers, and from what we got different feedbacks, which will be displayed here. The first one is of responding teachers that we did survey for. 75% of them says that they don't have any knowledge or expertise regarding ICT. Another 61% said they can't even use Microsoft Word to type questions. Another 99%, they are willing to attend computer training if they are sent to one. So with this, we understand the importance of ICT and why it's very, very important to teachers. Even teachers are saying that they are willing to attend this. That's why we come up with this course to train them. And moving on, will you wait, like what we say, will they have to wait for government to train them before they go on personal development? It's like a big question you are throwing out there. Like, will you really wait for the government to train you before you train yourself? Because it's just like a personal development, like a professional development, something you can add to your CV and makes you a better person in your general life and your place of work. So you can throw the question around and ask them. Once they answer, you move on to the next slide. The next slide is that after our survey, we have our own recommendation, and the first one is this: if they are, if therefore recommend, it's therefore recommend that opportunity to acquire computer skills should be made available for teachers through government partnership with banks. We talk about this thing. This is in a modern country. The government should be training teachers on how to utilize ICT in education, or banks and any other industry can just come up with CSR and train them. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. Everybody's fighting for their pocket. Another one is that study revealed that only few teachers have computer, yeah, personal computer. It's therefore become necessary that both the state and federal government should ensure that they supply teachers in secondary school with computer. These are other big questions you are throwing out. Do you think the government will ever give them computer? And do you think the government is even ready to do stuff like that when they have not even built a lot of schools or even make the school conducive for learning? Another one is this: those teachers who are already in the field but lack the skills should be encouraged to acquire necessary skills through staff development training. Now, this is it. This is like an encouragement for them to acquire these skills that the government is not even training them on. So what we are doing right now is just for the teachers to learn more about the ICT. So that's what that talks about. And this one, the last one, said our educational system is busy with politics. This is because people who plan for educational program know little about education. Yeah, that's very true. A lot of people that are in the that are stakeholders on for the government in the educational sector, like the commissioners or people at the top government officials in education, they've not done anything in line with education before. So for them to make policy or understand how everything is going deep down there, it's going to be very hard. So that's another problem. So our recommendation is that teachers should go out of their ways to get a professional training for themselves. So moving on. Now, talking about digital literacy for teachers. Stage one. You have three stages: stage one, stage two, and stage three. Now, under stage one, teachers training and practical application. Teacher training and practical, we'll talk about the training they are going to be acquiring from this ICT digital literacy, and a lot of practical applications will be done during the training. So this will help them understand, not that we just be showing them um, the board or stuff like that. This is going to be strictly hands-on. They're going to be working with the computer so they can learn more. And this is going to be on series basis. It's not that because we took them for 3 months, that's the end. No, we are going to support them with the continuous learning. So the stage 2 is practical application and teacher context. Now the stage 2 is for them to go on their own and practice everything being taught. And their own teacher context is the fact that they should try and introduce what they have learned into the curriculum or the way they train the student. They can just throw out what's it called. They can just try and train the student with maybe showing them, bringing computer to the class, showing them some things, because the best form of teaching is still seeing. So they need to understand how they can do all this presentation, like this presentation we're even doing right now. It was done by one of us, and this is the skill that we acquired while learning the ICT skills. All right. Then the stage 3 is for teachers training, online training, and lifetime access to continuous development. Please look at that continuous. If not correct, I don't think that spelling is correct. So let's change it. Now, teachers training is that they should continue training, and online training and life continuous access continuous development. We are coming out with an applications meant for workforce, people that are working, so that they can learn while they work with a little amount to access this platform every year for nothing less than 5k on their phone, on their laptop. They can learn offline and online. We'll talk about that later on in the slide. So moving on, I'm having cut out. Now the learning outcomes after taking this training, the teacher should be able to operate computer and use basic software for word processing, spreadsheet, and email. You should be able to type. You should be able to do a little bit of calculation of Excel, and you'll be able to send email to one another and stuff like that. Now, evaluating, the teacher should be able to evaluate and use the computer and related ICT tool for industrial use. Now, like what I said, they should be able to make research online and go back to the class and show the students. They should be able to make like this PowerPoint presentation and display to the students. They need to acquire some skills. They should be able to use spreadsheet to calculate and monitor progress of their student learning. So we're going to talk about that when we start the training. Now, using technology to improve student assessment. Yeah, that's what I just said. There's a way you can send. They can write tests online and do stuff like that. So we'll show you how to do all those things. Now, the last one, or second to last one, organizing both classroom and lesson to incorporate technology. Yeah, very good. Just like you try to add mathematics to technology, all these things will be explained furthermore when we start the training. And last one, enhanced lesson with appropriate. This appropriate technology is not correct. There are some spellings here that are wrong. Please note them and let's correct them. Technology. So that is what that is all about. Like knowing the right technology they will use for a particular subject. Then now digital citizenships. Now digital citizenship. My catalogue. The course outline will be explained now. Now we have a course roadmap. For us to even begin this course, the teachers will be introduced to desktop publishing. So the first 2 classes will be covered with desktop publishing, and after all these other modules will come up. The first one is MS Word. Teachers, as a teacher, you have to be skillful utilizing word processor, which are currently available in the market. Now, the best word processor in the market is still Microsoft Word. We still have Google Word, Google Documents, and stuff like that. So they'll be learning this. Another one is the Microsoft Excel, like understanding the spreadsheet. That's the second one. The third one is PowerPoint. You're able to create slides like this. And another one is web, how to make research on the web, copy it and make research. So that's hold on. So the other one is email management, for them to be able to send email and send email and understand how to use the email system. The last one is hardware and software. The hardware and software is for them to be able to understand how to make use of printer and let me see this. Yeah, basic hardware like scanner, printer, USB, and understanding installation and uninstallation of software. So that's what that is about. So moving on to the next slide. Now we're going to explain the UNESCO ICT project, CF project. Now you can read this through, but this is just for them to understand that UNESCO, there is an emphasis on the education benefits of ICT integration in each focus area of the framework to provide solid educational context for the development of ICT skills. As one progresses through the phases, the activities demand greater, higher order thinking skills. They move from basic comprehension on issues demanding related to ICT to final reinterpreting educators' responsibility to leverage on ICT in unique ways. Now, this is saying that UNESCO understand that there is need for ICT in education, because if you look at it, the way we were taught way back is different from today, because the world is evolving and a lot of things is coming into place. We have the artificial intelligence, we have the VR, whereby the best form of learning is still seeing. So there are ways that things have been changing. Like now, we always use mathematics. Like for an example, when you want to calculate, you pick your paper, you put 1 plus 1 is equal to 5. Now if you want to do a data analysis for a lot of people, you can't do that. It will take a lot of shit and stuff like that. That's why we have the spreadsheet. So all these skills are needed, because this traditional way, these old ways of doing things are not involved even at the workplace. So this student needs to understand that at this basic stage, but they still need to understand the traditional part. But the same thing, they need to understand that the world is evolving, and that is the way it will be. We'll never go back. We'll keep moving forward. The world is evolving. The world is changing every time. So UNESCO understand that it's important to integrate ICT into learning. So that is what we're talking about here. Now the next slide talks about, hold on, what's wrong with this thing? Sorry, this is my slide. Yeah, next slide talk about UNESCO ICT CF project. Now there's a module software that will be engaging this the teachers on, which will generate, let me fix this so you see. Make sure what's wrong with this thing? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So this one is going to talk about hold on. This one is like an e-learning series. Once we start the training, they will go on an e-learning series whereby this thing talks about integrating ICT into education. So it has 2 different modules. And under each module we have module 1 we have essentials, and the one we have review points. Module 2 we have decision making and review points. And after this course is taken on their system, they will earn a certificate by UNESCO Bangkok. Now UNESCO Bangkok is a UNESCO on its own. It's like a branch, country in Bangkok. So they developed an e-learning series for teachers globally in the world. So once you take this particular series of learning, you'll be able to earn a UNESCO certification telling everybody, like showing that you understand the importance of ICT in education and how it will benefit education. So everybody will be taking this course and earning the certificate, and it's going to be a printable certificate that you can attach to your CV and your personal development skills. So moving on. Now, so now we talk about, sorry, we're almost done. Let me cancel it so we can I can talk about it like this, so we won't be wasting time. Now, so after talking about the certificate, you now talk about teachers mobile learning. Now tell them about the application we are developing. Is a workforce learning system whereby while we are working, we design different curriculums and different trainings for each field. So we have trainings for teachers, so they can have a lifetime access and pay a token every year to access this thing and learn on their mobile, offline, and on their system. So they will keep improving on their skills. So it's like a bonus for them taking this course. Once we launch this product, they will be able to take it at a discount rate. There's something wrong here. Teachers that take part of this course will enjoy discounts in the workforce. See the way I wrote work. So all these things, please. Now, cost implication. The cost implication will be available, like the course is a 3-month cycle. It will be done For 3 months they'll be able to learn everything, and the cost per teacher is 6,000 naira. The month duration is 3 months and is every Saturdays. The total hours of learning is 18 hours, and the class type is going to be interactive and practical. So the last one is thanks. Then you ask them any question. That is all.